And ito, balik na tayo sa game natin sa RRQ versus LSB and ang dami naming thoughts ni Otulus dito sa draft talaga ng LSB na I hope na tama kami kasi magiging 1-0 yun for RRQ at least.
Tama yan, pre. Parang ang hirap eh. Nahirapan na rin talaga akong isipin kung paano da-damage itong si Eugene against the members dito ng RRQ. Ito mo naman, halos lahat pwedeng promote line eh. You have Exosen, you have Hyde, you have Helios. Meanwhile, sobrang safe dito ni Chaz and the Viper sa backline, you know, just poking down the opponents. And we're talking about Helios here, introducing one of the champions na hindi natin kadalasan nakikita sa mid lane. But when we talk about, you know, overall creativity pagdating sa draft, na numero 1 talaga dyan ng RRQ.
Oo. Yun talaga eh. Ito yung nakikita natin sa RRQ pa. Look at what Helios is even doing. Talagang i-delay niya pa itong si Kiri sa farm just because of that. Kung yung pag-wave clear niya pa dito sa side na to and late na nung na-realize nila na kumuha siya ng Raptors dun. So talagang, RRQ is just too good with his macros.
Yeah. Ginawa niyang Karthus yung Olaf eh, no?
Totoo.
Clear ng wave tapos kuha ng Raptors. Karthus way back pa. As in, sobrang League PC days pa yung pinag-uusapan natin dito. But that's actually a very good steal din coming from Helios. Overall tempo advantage ng Olaf. And I'm really loving this Olaf pickup. Imagine if this was a meta already during Icons Global ng Olaf mid lane. Baka hindi natin nakita yung prominence ng Sinch at baka hindi siya na talaga na-nerf. Kasi isa sa mga nalungkot na na-nerf itong champion na to, ako eh. Alam mo naman yan, Kuya Dash.
Oh, grabe. Grabe talaga dito. Kasi, ang hirap talaga nung composition nila with how things are working, especially for how RRQ is going for this. Look at this. Si Chaz talagang gusto lang nila kumuha dito. They have that, the wave clear. Oh, the timing was just right. And Hyde, just gonna back away. Meron pa siyang haymaker if ever kailangan nila. Pero si Chaz, kailangan niya mag-back away. May flash pa siya na pwedeng gamitin. Si Tyr, ginamit niya na rin. So, that's gonna be it. A lot of flashes burns for RRQ.
True, and that's a very good shadow dash coming from the Shen. Under the tower, hindi na kita ni Hyde na pwede siyang gawa ng play doon ni TYR. And then Kiri investing yung flash for that flag and drag kahit pa paano napauwi dito ang RQ pero wala naman namatay. So yun yung pinaka-importante para sa side ng RQ. No casualty means A-okay.
Okay. Yeah. I hope lang talaga na yung gawin dito ng RRQ is that hold on lang sila, especially with the advantage that they have. And Helios is just gonna be holding on to this mid lane. Compared to if ever yung Sinch katapat niya is yung mga classic na mid laner, talagang mahihirapan siya dito when it comes to the Olaf talaga. Kaya the timing here is hinihintay lang rin ng RRQ yung first objective natin. And dun natin makikita kung paano mag-work tong magic ng composition nila.
That's true. And yeah, well, dun pa lang sa unang interaction na yun, nakita na kagad natin na not enough damage eh, no? Para sa LSB. At it been a different combo, hindi Shen, Jarvan. Baka nagkaroon na ng first blood para sa side ng LSB. And that's always going to be the continuous trend na pag-iisipan natin dito or pag-uusapan natin dito. Nasahan ang damage ng LSB kasi sa ngayon kasi with that Lucian being the only damage threat for the side of LSB, baka hindi talaga mag-isapat.
With LSB holding on to this, nag-iisip talaga ako ng mga pwedeng intricacies ng draft nila, yung pwedeng gawin ng draft nila against sa RRQ. Kasi with this, they have a lot of tanky members. Even Kiri, na usually binibuild lang rin naman nila ng tank ang isang J4. Talagang si Eugene lang, kailangan nila si Eugene at every objective na i-contest nila kasi mawawalan talaga sila ng damage.
And there's a 3-man strong on the top side, securing some plates. They have to be mindful of the shadow dash.
Okay, hindi siya tumama. Kasi kung tumama sana yon, could have been a fling for their side to the showstopper. Ito na yata yung first blood na hinahanap natin with a haymaker right there. True damage just went into their faces and RRQ takes first blood.
Yeah, the 2v3 with the tower, no regards na walang pakialam dito sa RRQ. Especially with the explosive cask. And again, sinabi nga natin if there's like a perfect champion for Exosen dito sa support, that's always going to be the Gragas. Very good usage ng explosive cask. Was able to bounce back 2 opponents onto the side of RRQ. First blood plus first tower. Laki kalamangan nito, Dash, 18 seconds before the first objective, you could already see that the drafting prowess dito ng RRQ is helping them in the early game. How much more in the late game?
4K gold kay Kuya Hyde. So malaki ring panalo dito for RRQ. So, with this, pwede nila start yung Ref Herald na usually everybody starts with the Ref Herald at this point. And if ever LSB could take the time para i-try kunin yung Infernal Drake nila, would be good. Pero looking at RRQ, hindi talaga nila binibigyan chance na yun. Pero ito, look at that. The wave is there. Are they gonna be able to get the kill onto Hyde? Haymaker is just enough for them to survive. Chaz went in, pero wala pa. I Stand United, ginamit na rin nila. 5 people are here. Pero are they gonna be able to secure this Infernal Drake? Kasi ginamit na rin ni Helios itong Ragnarok niya. We don't have enough damage already. A lot of their ultimates are burned. Pero ito, isa start na nila yung Drake. Pwede i-steal ni Kirito if ever he wants to. Pero looking at this, will he have the right timing? They have the vision. 2k HP onto RRQ. Pero hindi na nila isi-steal to. I really believe Otolus na hindi na nila isi-steal to unless, never mind. That's gonna be it.
That's one of the cringiest things to happen, eh, no? Na mag-engage ka, mag-invest ka ng ultimates mo, tapos hindi mo rin i-contest.
True.
Ang mangyayari kasi niyan is, with all the ultimates na in-invest mo rin para sa Dragon na yun na hindi mo rin naman kinontest, that will still be some ultimates down by the time na magkaroon ng laban dito sa Ref Herald. And I do understand na yung Ragnarok ginamit kanina, pero look at the Ragnarok dito ni Helios. It's already up. They will try to gang etong si Helios sa baba, pero Ragnarok is already available.
Remember, may Gargoyle Enchant pa sila, so Ragnarok is there with the barrier pa. So pwede pa silang lumaban pa dito, pero si Eugene almost gonna fall down.
Again for the
bomb. It's still gonna be a 1-for-1 for their side, pero Ref Herald, they want to take this. Pero ito, Mega Inferno Viper with the Aerie. Hindi pa rin siya namatay, pero sapat pa yung paghabol ni Exosin doon, making it a 1-for-1 sa bot lane.
That's true. And then, another objective, heading over to RRQ all across the map. Nagkaroon ng kalamangan dito ang RRQ, although nag-surrender ng buhay niya doon si Helios sa may bandang ibaba. It didn't really matter because he was able to buy enough time for Viper to throw the Mega Inferno bomb, and the killing touches heading over to Exosen, 1,851. That's going to be the Shelly plus the Satchel combo.
The classic, easy tower for the mid lane. 2 towers down agad for RRQ, no? Talagang ang bilis maglaro ng RRQ pag nakakuha sila ng foothold talaga against their enemy team. And so far, pinapakita nila yon with this 3k gold lead. They have 2 towers already. Make that 4. Kasi look at this. Napo-force nila yung LSB mag-react sa ginagawa nila, and that's why nag-open up yung ibang spaces. And that's why bot lane tower down na rin.
Tatlong towers, first towers na meron dito ang LSB, wala na. Kalbo na para sa side ng RRQ. This is as one-sided as we hoped it would be for the side of RRQ. At least showing that Southeast Asia still has one true hope in RRQ. They will be able to spot out the ward na kumukomsa dito sa may red buff. It's all about that wave clearing na meron dito sa Viper sa mid lane. While Helios, pwede siya magwala mamaya. Eh, no? This is actually interesting kasi walang... Normally, Olaf, you would pick it up kapag may Enchanter. Pero Exosen, flanking.
Okay, Exosen, nandito may explosive cast. Na pushback niya to si Eugene. So meron pa siyang Gargoyle Enchant para mag-survive. He's gonna fall down. Pero mahabol pa sila sa likod para makill nila yung ADC. And that's gonna be it. Wala na silang damage. So this is gonna be good for RRQ. Pwede nila habulin isa-isa yung members. Pero wala silang nakill. That's what we were saying. Eugene, hinahabol lang nila siya lagi.
And Chaz tried to sniff out yung exiting members na ng LSP. He won't be able to find one, but that's a 1-for-1. Exosen very aggressive with his place that was made available because wala na rin kasing Torre sa gitna. So, ito yung mga angulo na magiging open once you actually have the first tower being broken down already. And Stand United was actually casted to save itong si Eugene. And we were very adamant in saying that if Eugene basically dies here for the line of LSB, so are the damage of so it will be the damage of LSB. So yeah, Eugene has to be careful basically. Kasi siya talaga iaasahan dito ng LSB.
Oo, kasi if ever mamatay talaga tong si Eugene, for sure, mawawalan talaga sila ng damage. And ang hirap pa rin dahil nga short range din ang isang Lucian, medyo madali siya abutin for RRQ. Nakita naman natin paano nila ginawa yun kanina.
We will still wait and see what will be the next place here for RRQ and LSB. But for RRQ, it's all about planting deep wards and making sure that they get access to the territory tulad ng ginagawa nila ngayon.
Flag and drag, nakapag-flash away, Gargoyle Enchant, pinap nila, si Viper, hahabol pa ng isang bouncing bomb, hindi tumama. Pero si RRQ are wanting to take more towers for their side, pero buti na lang, na-stop nila, nakapag-wave clear sila.
True. And Zca's? Zero fling. Okay, so I was waiting for that fling moment, looking into what happened there. I think that's the turn rate moment. Actually, nangyayari din sa akin yan whenever I'm playing Singed. So kapag ini-spam mo yung fling, pero may turn rate ka pa, which is yung lilingon pa siya. Akala mo na fling mo na, hindi pala, and the channel buffer would actually negate yung command na binigay mo. So yeah, luckily for RRQ, walang na-fling doon, because I believe if may na-fling doon kahit na isang member, mag-dogpile na doon yung LSB, and that could have been a pick na kailangan dito ng LSB to stall out or to basically go for territory advantage heading into
oh
this
no, may
objective
vision
fight.
sila doon. So na mega adhesive pa nga sila. So this is gonna be good for LSB. They're going to the backside. Nakuha nila yung kill. 5-man were here onto the top side of the map. That's when nakuha sila ng 2-0.
Spotted sila doon sa words na yun no? And now the Rift Herald going to be secured here by LSB. So RQ has no chance to fight this Rift Herald and will go for the trade.
Tama ba yung timing?
I think they have to really go for the trade here. Right
Okay,
now, they will be able
sila
to secure this Ocean Dragon here, Dash.
That's good. Nakuha nila yung Drake, nakuha nila yung trade. Pero ito, nakapag-flash in. Itong si Zca's, pero wala siyang follow-up. So this is not gonna be good. Meron pa silang tower sa bot lane, so makakaabot pa si Chaz doon sa bot side.
It's true. Exosen and company would just clear out the wave here in the mid lane, pero Exosen still looking for a play here.
What?
Oh, proper channeling. Tunnel buffer for that flag and drag was able to negate yung pushback ng explosive cast doon ni Exosen. Still, it's a lead for RRQ pa rin, diba? Although nagkaroon ng dalawang pitas doon yung LSB on the top side off of a very, very good ward. Etong si Hyde at si Exosen. Nagtapi pa yung dalawa. And kita mo naman, 2-man bubble into the Mega Inferno Bomb. It's actually easy kills for the side of LSB. Pero ang maganda kasing ginawa ng RRQ doon is to rotate over to the Dragon and just go for the trade in where they were able to secure the second Dragon of the game.
Yeah, and also yung Haymaker kasi hindi na pa rin ni Hyde kanina, pati yung Gargoyle Enchant niya kasi nga there's a lot of stuns going through. So yun yung good thing about LSB, no? Kasi they have a lot of CCs in their composition, kaya pag may tinamaan ng CC for sure, may mati-takedown silang isa if ever hindi pa late game. Kasi at the late game, makikita na natin magbe-build up ng resistances ng members ng RRQ.
That's true. Darating na nga tayo sa point na wala nang mamamatay or mahihirapan makapatay ang LSB ng mga miyembro dito ng RRQ. Pero kung makikita nila yung mga ganong angles and we are dalawa na magkatabi ng mga death bush tas spotted ng wards, then most likely that would still be, the death waiting to happen for RRQ.
Remember, may flash si Helios pero nakipaglaban pa talaga. Pagbakbakan siya doon sa loob ng Cataclysm eh. Kasi he knows that he can fight a 1v1 anyway. So without the ultimate, na-force back pa sila si TYR and yun. Na-force nila yung flash kay TYR.
Right. Is this an angle for a Baron? I don't think so. This is very risky kasi yung damage rin nila relatively low pagdating sa mga major objectives na tulad nito. So they're going to maximize their usage on the dark spots.
Bait nga siya, tulos! So that's why. Ngayon, pwede na nila kunin to. Kasi patay na si Kiri, kahit gaano katagal to, okay lang.
Did you just see kung ano nangyari dun kay Kiri? Kiri just exploded 100-0. In less than 1 second, another play coming from Hyde.
Flashes in, Showstopper coming in with it. May Gargoyle Enchant, may shield pa siya kanina. So this is gonna be good. Si Hyde taking a long time with the Stand United. That's why they're not gonna be able to get the kill on this very, very tanky TYR. Never mind, hinahabol nila hanggang sa tower. Pero si Helios na dito sa likod. Inuubos si Helios yung likod. And that's why they got one kill, another onto their side. And humahabol pa nga dito si Zca's. Pero there's a lot of healing coming in. So this Haymaker is not gonna be able to hit. Pero the Gargoyle Enchant would be able to buy some time for Hyde. And another tower falls down in the mid lane.
Interesting, nabuhay pa nga dun si Exosen. Even after being targeted down by the flash fling dito ni Zca's, hindi naging enough yung kanyang poisonous trail. Just still wants some blood. Healing spree para sa kanya dito, Dash.
Kill, Gargoyle Enchant, mabubuhay pa nga. Is Redemption gonna be able to get the kill? Yes! And that Viper is also gonna fall. Walang mana to si Viper. That's gonna be the flag and drag to the shields. And he will survive with the barrier.
This is the problem for LSB. Nasaan yung damage? Although Black Cleaver and naman yung naging first item dito ng Jarvan, you could still see that the lack of one thing which is very important for the game of Wild Rift, and that's the damage department. Looking at the builds here, Eugene going for Stormrazor plus Essence Reaver, and most likely going for anti-armor shredding. Most likely Serildas. Yeah, Serildas nga. Pero nakakaagaw pa nga si Kuya Exo ng blue buff.
Si Exo, no, nakikita natin yung ginagawa ni Exo dito. Yung confidence niya na alam niya makakasurvive siya dun sa mga face checks na ginagawa niya kanina pa is the reason why nakakahanap lagi sila ng opportunity to get a kill. Pero LSB, I like na yung LSB. They know how to answer back with those kinds of things. Pero yun nga yung sinasabi natin kanina, nauubusin sila ng damage, nahihirapan si TYR mag-farm kasi Ashen against Seth at on a 1v1, hindi rin naman talaga siya mananalo. Pero si Chaz, mayroon siyang flash, so Cataclysm is taken down. Wala silang ultimate, so hahabol mo the showstopper sa likod! And that's gonna be a great taunt coming in, pero nakuha pa rin nila with a face breaker. Hahabol pa sila, naiiwan si Zcash mag-isa, and that's gonna be a kill for the side of RRQ.
Yeah, one man down for the side of LSB. So pwedeng gawin dito ng RRQ is to threaten the Baron once again. We all know that RRQ is a fan of, playing the death rushes. Mukhang ganun yung gagawin nila, pero they will decide against that and go straight to the Baron. Meanwhile, sending off 3 members to make sure na itong Dragon Take ng LSB would actually be thwarted.
Napahirap nila. Try nila i-damage. Tinatry lang nila pero hindi naman nila isa-steal. Okay lang yun kasi expected ng RRQ na hindi nila mas-steal. Pero they want to get these kills. That's why Exo said, is here explosive gas? Wow, grabe naman! Na-bait niya pa! Na-predict niya pa yung dash doon ni Eugene, and that's why he was pushed back. Si Tasa wala ng mana, so walang healing. Only that kill, triple kill sa bot lane ng RRQ.
Yeah, kita natin talaga yung disparity between these two teams. RRQ is just playing with food right now. And Helios without mana, without HP. Heal secured nga lang ni Kuya Chance. Ay hindi, kala ko umabot yung Shock Blast.
Yung Shock Blast, no? Kala ko rin may steal niya. Pero ito si Zcash, no? Tinatry niya yung best niya para mag-survive. Pero feel ko, he's just gonna fall down 2 here. And this might be the win, everybody. May Baron buff na yung RRQ. Pwede nila tapusin yung game. This was game 1 of this series, and that was an awesome performance from RRQ.
Easy prediksi, my friend. If there's one thing na sure ako na magto-2-0, ito yun eh. RRQ versus Live Sandbox. Not a knock against LSB, it's just that I have very high hopes then for RRQ, and especially with their form right now. Ito yung team na kapag pinagod mo at wala talagang pahinga, mas lalo lumalakas. We remember since Saturday,
At ito na, RRQ versus LSB. This is game 2 of our game. If you're just tuning in, everyone, 1-0 na ang score ng RRQ versus LSB. And now makikita natin if ever this would close out or ipupush ba ng LSB to game 3.
That's true. Okay, 1 win away for securing or for almost securing a playoff spot para sa tournament na ito, para sa RRQ. And I don't think papalampasin pa nila to. Again, we're looking at the standard draft na meron dito ang RRQ, which is non-standard para sa kanila. But this Lucian Nami, tignan natin kung paano nila gagamitin itong napaka-sakit na bot lane duo ng Nami Lucian.
Oy, flash agad si TYR.
Uy, grabe!
Grabe, first blood agad for LSB.
Oh, it's a solo kill. Oh my god. Medyo mahirap yun para sa side ng RRQ. Especially you're Garen, and your role is to survive the laning phase and make sure na ma-stall out mo lang ang rampage ng isang Renekton. Growing pains, I would say, for the side of RRQ. Mukhang makakarinig siya kay Coach Kaigu after that interaction. Pero, yeah, it's the first blood. The best thing that you can do is to just move on.
Makita natin dun sa opportunity na yun, no? Kasi TYR, nauna siya nag-level 2. Nakita niya agad yung chance na nakita niya nag-level 2 siya. Kaya hindi siya nag-hesitate na mag-flash. May ignite naman siya, nag-pop. So, yun. Pero ito, mid lane, very classic. Nakikita natin yung mga junglers natin na dumadaan talaga dito. Nagtatraverse sila after some time. So, snow kills pa rin. Talaga magro-rotate lang yung mga jungler natin.
That's true. Hindi naman one item, pero half item advantage para dito kay TYR. Pero definitely, nandiyan na talaga yung advantage na meron siya. Ruthless Predator, hindi niya naikasa. Right.
Silence. Kasi ano to, topside agad. Si Hyde yung magiging target ng LSB dito. Pwede sila gumakita. Walang Ruthless Predator, remember? So pwede sila makapag-flash away from that fight. Hindi pa tumama yung charm because of the minions. Tumama si Kiri. Low HP. Flash in for the members of RRQ. Helios is just gonna get the double kill already. Makapag-back away pa ba si Chaz dito? Meron siyang ward pero wala. Walang kill na makakuha. 3-4-0 sa top side.
Okay, Hyde was able to buy enough time para dumating yung kanilang backup, and although kahit hindi pa level 5 doon si Diana, he was still able to make some play. One thing to note is yung paggamit dito na Chaz ng kanyang skills. Look at him right now. Sonic Wave, tas flash in for that Tempest and Cripple para tatlo yung kanyang mas low. And then Chaz, 1 HP, hindi naging sapat yung mga skill dito ni Zcash. Kung kaya naman, tatlo kaagad ang nawala para sa side ng LSB.
Na-force agad yung flash niya in the first place rin kasi sa Zcash. Kaya after nun, hindi niya na rin nahabol si Chaz, which is unfortunate. Pero itong bot lane, unfortunate. And then ata si Viper na force yung barrier and is gonna fall down, making it a 1-4-0 sa bot lane.
Oo nga, medyo masim at hindi na respeto yung pag-rotate ni Kiri. Ginamitan kagad ng ultimate, which is actually perfect timing para sa kanya kasi by the time na mag-respawn yung mga objective dito, which is basically the Dragon or the Herald, magiging available na yung cease and desist later. But Hyde, again, good comeback mula sa kanya. He's spotting out dito si TYR but he won't be able to cancel yung recall. Pero kung may isang kinailangan si Hyde doon sa kanina, yun talaga yun, di ba? 1 kill plus 2 assist is actually enough for him to be back at this game as a Garen.
Yun na nga. Ito na talagang isa-slow down niya na itong si TYR. Kasi expected ni TYR, kaya sila nag-renekton, is for them to get the advantage in the early game. Pero pag hindi mo nakuha yun, the Garen would just mow you down in the late game. Kahit sabihin natin wala siyang damage, he has a lot of impact.
Cleaver, possibly Hullbreaker. Actually, damage items na talaga binubuo ng Garen ngayon with the new and with the adjusted Garen pathing in where mas okay talaga siya if damage items yung binubuo. Pero Exosen, tsaka itong si Tasa, magkakapanagpo. Wala naman mamamatay pa so far. Actually, kill threat sa baba, medyo mababa lang naman.
True. Kasi both of our sides naman, kasi hindi rin naman sila magda-damage agad. There's CC going in pa kay Tasa, so wala talaga silang makukuhang kill so far. Pero remember, Helios has 4.5k gold already, and that's not what you want para kay Helios, kahit pasabihin natin Diana yung gamit niya.
The jungle and mid synergy has been, the calling card for RRQ, and looks like it will be no different in this game. They are pincering this bot lane.
Saktong-sakto. May dash pa nga sila. Tumama pa sila doon with that grand entrance to the quickness. Pinor sila yung flash, and that's gonna be the most go 1-1. Gonna be able to get 1 kill. Pero under the third sila, so super aggressive to. 2-for-1 already on the side of LSB. Hindi tumama yung charm. Exosen, nahabol, pero wala na sila makukuha pang iba. At least advantage for LSB.
Yeah, medyo mahirap talagang i-dive down ang isang Rakan. Just because of that quickness that will always be available para sa kanilang koponan. And once you basically charm and lock down one of the members dito ng RRQ, which is yun nga yung ginawa nila kay Viper, it's easier to thwart off any dive attempts. And ang naging reward ng LSB doon was multiple kills plus a dragon. So now, RRQ and company would go for a trade and would hope to secure this Rift Herald.
Hoping na walang magta-try mag-steal nito, pero dahil si Kiri ay nasa bot side na rin naman, hindi talaga nila masa-steal tong Rift Herald against them, forcing the rotations na for both of our sides. So this is gonna be a good start for LSB. At least with the Rift Herald onto the hands of RRQ, itatry nila yung push yung mid lane, kailangan nila mag-react accordingly dito.
And 2-0 and 1 na rin yung support dito na si Tasa. Actually, siya pa yung nagiging magandang performance.
Yes,
Look,
grand entrance dun sa likod. Oo, pero wala. Babasag yung tower nila sa mid lane, which is very big for RRQ! Dragon's Rage para hindi makapag-stun itong si TYR.
Hindi pa rin nila napigilan na mamatay or nababasag itong Torres sa may bandang gitna dash, which is actually very important para sa RRQ. Although, parehas naman tayo pagdating sa kill count, RRQ still has the tempo advantage and has the macro advantage so far in this game. And we're talking about RRQ here. Pagdating naman ng late game, respectable pa rin naman yung amount of damage na dinadala dito ni Viper and ni Helios. So we'll have to wait and see.
Okay. Wala tayong Dragon's Rage from Chaz. So hindi talaga nila i-continue yung fight na to. So RRQ is gonna switch up the lane kasi wala na rin naman tower in the mid lane. Might as well just take another tower at some part of the map. So RRQ is just gonna force these rotations talaga from LSB kasi hindi na pwede magstay si Eugene dito sa mid lane kasi wala nang tower dito eh.
And this is also looking at the LSB roster and itemization. I'm looking at Kiri's itemization and he went for the Trinity Force. So possible na siya yung maging AD
Damage?
source of damage kasi sabi mo nga kanina, daming AP in isang item choice lang yung katapat nila eh, no? Force of Nature or Spirit Message lang for Hyde, Desgaren. May hirapan na silang maka-go through the defenses pero Tasa.
Hindi tumama yung flash, Tasa. So that's gonna be a wasted quickness to the grand entrance. Good try though for LSB. Pero dahil nakapag-back away yung RRQ, pwede nila i-stall out yun. And tingnan mo si Helios. Because of that, nakita niya sa top side, trying to be aggressive against Zekas dito sa bot lane.
Yeah, this is still open for the taking. Itong si Helios, hinahanapan ng angulo dito si Zekas. But Eugene is in the area.
Honestly, aware sila dito kasi nakita nila sa ward kanina. Pero to, cease and desist, forced out. Meron pa silang charm. Makuha ba yung Moonfall? There's a lot of damage. Almost taking a kill together with him. Pero 4 members were forced to react and that's why top lane is free.
Alright, twice in a row na medyo maasim sila doon sa bot lane. Ano? Talking about Chaz and Helios. Pero buti na nagkaroon ng try dito. Chaz though! Oh, he missed!
No! Kung tumama sana yung Sonic Wave, could have been a kill for him though. Pero Hyde, parang gusto niya i-finish yung kill. Pero ito, Exosen, nakikita natin, nakapag-back away with the heal! Even flow enough siya para makapag-survive. Pero si Viper, just gonna fight out against Kiri. Remember, walang cease and desist. Ginamit sa bot lane. So RRQ is just gonna back away safely sa top side.
And what presence of mind coming from Viper to gun down itong si Kiri para magdalawang isip siya to go for that kill secure over kay Exosen. So, breaks of the game heading over to RRQ. Nakakuha ng Torre sa may bandang itaas. And again, sa baba. And wala pang nasasagot na Torre dito ang LSB. Again, showing na hindi lang kills ang target dito or ang ginogol dito ng RRQ. Also, the main objectives. Talking about the towers.
Nila, cease and desist again sa bot lane. Charm, not gonna be able to hit yung Moonfall na cancel. So this is gonna be good for this side ng LSB. Nakapag-back away, meron pa siyang isang Spirit Rush. Make that 2 kasi doon sa reset ng isang Ari and that's a 2-4-0 bot side.
That's true, Yakoy. So, ease of access or ease of execution ng pinapakita dito ng LSB. Kapag may na-cease and desist sila, asahan mo na kagad na -1 yan for the side of RRQ. And LSB, slowly but surely, trying to get even into this game by knocking down yung towers. Pero hindi hahayaan ni Hyde na mabasag yung Torre sa may bandang itaas. Now, the sides of LSB is to go over this Rift Herald. Aabot pa naman sila Chaz dito, so this could be a very exciting 5v5.
Kasi remember, hindi rin naman nila kaya basagin tong Rift Herald na mabilisan kasi they don't have another source of DPS except for Kiri. So, Pinorse lang nila mag-back, mas nakikita nilang juicier option kasi yung Infernal Drake na nakikita natin right now. So, they're trying to make RRQ think twice then kung to-try nila i-take tong Rift Herald.
This is actually very interesting for the side of LSB, you know? Parang pagka nag-call talaga sila na give to talaga, you know? Nag-decide talaga sila na hindi na ituloy.
Kita natin. Rift Herald has been taken though. Pero Infernal Drake is being taken as well for LSB. Double Dragon na to if ever makuha nila. Pero ito, that's gonna be a good smite. Nasa harap nilang lahat. Itong si Hyde. Hahabulin pa nila. Tinamaan sila kanina ng tidal wave. So they're slowed a bit. But RRQ is just gonna back away from this. Pero si Chaz, parang gusto gumawa ng play against Zekas here. Meron siya Spirit Rush. That's gonna be good. The timing is just right. Pero siya Sonic Wave on his head. Pero hindi niya ipa-follow up na force niya yung flash at least.
Yeah, the resonating strike was held back by Chaz at that point, pero ito na. That's going to be the Rift Herald that's going to be summoned. And another tower to the side of RRQ here, Dash. Apat na Torre na para sa wala ng LSB. Pero yung scaling component naman, nasa kanila. At least sa Dragons, pero hindi, pagdating sa scaling sa laro, papabor pa rin ako dito sa Helios plus Viper. Kasi meron silang Diana and Lucian eh. Traditional marksman pa rin naman. Pagdating ng late game, nakakatakot eh.
Mas malakas pa rin talaga yung damage nila if ever umabot tayo sa point na yun. And RRQ still is holding the gold advantage. No? Talagang kahit kanina during game 1, sila lagi yung nag-hold ng gold advantage. Take towers, never make kills, it's okay. Kasi right now, LSP has been very reactive sa kung ano yung binibigay sa kanila ng RRQ, forcing them, or rather, giving the towers for free sometimes for RRQ.
Yeah. We also are seeing a 2-item completion para dito kay Viper, Storm Razor plus Infinity Edge. Masakit na to dahil yun hindi wala naman masyadong tanky members dito ang LSB.
Oy, umabot. Quickness. Again, hindi tumama dun sa likod. Pero ito, makuha nila yung kill. Ito, humahabol pa sila dun sa likod. Si Helios, gusto niya makuha yung kill. Nakuha niya nga. Pero si Eugene, remember, meron pa siyang flash and nakita siyang target ng RRQ dito. So, hahabulin nila siya. Tumama yung light binding. Wala na. Hindi na sila tutuloy dito.
Yeah, that's true. But that still is a 1-4-0. Tasa going down. Again, yung silence nga na component ng isang Garen is actually very underrated na kapag ikaw ay isang Rakan. One-way trip talaga ang mangyayari sa'yo. Chaz stealing the red buff and continuing their onslaught is RRQ on the top side. Going to secure this tower on the top side. So, Kuya Dash mo although nakakuha ng isang torre dito ang LSB, second tier tower naman yung nakuha ng RRQ.
Yun nga Ang lalim na nakuha ng RRQ. So, this is... Tapos may Baron pang lalabas. So, less yung priority nila dito sa Baron na to. Kasi right now, RRQ has a lot of towers pa sa top side ng mapa nila. Kaya ang kailangan lang nila gawin is just wait for LSB again. And just put Helios on guard duty sa bot lane para ma-push na naman nila yung second tier turret doon sa bot lane naman.
Kiri tried to look for Chaz at that point pero wala na hindi tumama yung kanyang Vault Breaker kasi nasa pinakaliwa ng damo itong si Chaz. So that just means na wala magiging assassination or wala magiging pick onto the jungler. Had it occurred, medyo nakakatakot din no? Para sa side ng RRQ because the jungler down means na pwedeng simulan ng LSB itong Varon. So no casualty whatsoever for both squads. Nakakuha ng isang pang tore ulit ang LSB. So kahit pa paano, isang tore na lang sa gitna ang kailangan nilang basagin para ma-even out yung mga first tier towers. Make no mistake, RRQ is still well in the lead in this game.
I like na slowly but surely si Kiri yung magiging target nila dito. Binato yung Dragon Stage pero unstoppable. Remember, Moonfall is there. Gargle Enchant onto the Resonating Strike. Nakuha nila yung kill. Tumama to light binding na to. Yes! Kay Helios pa tumama. Pero he's surviving for a lot of times. His damage is insane! And that's why nakuha nila yung kill with a 3-4-0 kasi may nakuha pa silang kill sa mid lane kanina. And ito, humahabol pa nga dito si Hyde. And parang sobrang over-aggressive nila dito for this side. Nakuha nila yung second tier turret sa bot lane. Nakakuha pa sila ng 3-4-1.
Okay, and RQ's well into the lead right now. Hindi ko na alam kung ano nangyayari sa LSB. Exactly, kasi parang alam mo, gawa-gawa ng play dito LSB pero talaga na-shutdown sila dito ng RRQ and Helios. Actually, uncharacteristic na ini-ignore dito si Helios pero parang ini-ignore siya so far and kapag ini-ignore mo ang isang Diana, hindi naman talaga yung first skill, third skill, and yung ultimate niya yung masakit hindi naman talaga yun Ang pinakamasakit talaga, ang pinakamataas yung AP scaling sa Diana is actually yung kanyang passive. So every third bonus hit, kaya nga nilalagyan ng Nashor's Tooth yan is actually going to be extremely felt. Yun naman ginagawa dito ni Helios. Once na umabot yung third proc, at may nararamdaman talaga yan. TYR, actually off-screen pala yung nangyayari na yun. Shutdown kagad ng Garen. Plus the Lucian, already has 2 crit items, is extremely felt here by LSB. And RRQ, forcing the flash here by Kiri. Dash, this melts like a 2-0.
Okay, hinahabol na. Stasis, light binding katama, pero walang follow-up kasi for the side of LSB. Remember the amount of damage? Yung sinasabi mo nga kanina, Otolus, noon. Parang papunta na si Helios din Magna-Nashor's Tooth na siya later on. Mountain Drake will be taken for their side. Pero ang LSB gusto nila gawin is try to take a tower onto the top side. If ever naaabot pa sila dun sa point na yun. Kasi feel ko, Zcash is not the best champion to go for a split push. Pero tinry lang naman nila na kumuha ng second tier. Pero ito, Great Dragon's Rage, pero doon sa likod, sa kabila naman yung quickness, looking at that, hinahabol nila si Viper, pero makuha ba nila yung kill? Yes, nakuha nila yung kill yung kay Chaz, but it's still a 5v4. So big chances ito for them, the stasis to buy some time. And wala silang na-kill, a lot of investments were done.
Yeah, and ang daming skill shot na negate off of that stasis play coming from Chaz. RQ still wants more blood here. Hyde trying to find some members of LSB. At makikita niya si Eugene, pero the light binding is going to make sure na hindi siya malalapitan dito ni Hyde. RRQ.
Wala silang vision, remember. So if ever papasok dito si Hyde, okay na okay lang. Kasi ito, tatry nila i-charm, tatry nila i-CC. Pero remember, the Gargoyle Enchant is so good at surviving para dito kay Hyde.
And okay, Bobble almost hit dito kay Kiri. Had it connected. Goodbye and good night na kagad dito kay Kiri.
Ang binibait out lang nila kasi wala silang vision dito sa part ng mapa nito except for that bush right there. Tidal Wave has been used. Synthesis sa likod mag-isa. Is that gonna be it? Yes, 4-man! Ang tinamaan nila pero the Moonfall was able to hit the 2. Wala sila nakuha kill. And LSB is backing away. May namatay. Si Kiri yun. So pwedeng-pwede sila kumuha ng objective dito.
That's true. Baron is open for the taking. Para dito sa RRQ, and remember, they have the standard draft so it will be very fast for them. Another kill para sa side ng RRQ. Tasa going down. Eto, sure na talaga, 100% lista mo na dash. Baron heading over to RRQ.
Hindi siya tumama. If ever tumama sila, nakapag-dash in pa sila dito, tatry nila i-take yung steal dito, pero si Helios yung kalaban nila eh. So the stasis would buy some time para tapusin na nila yung Baron na to. Nakapag-flash away, nandun pa nga yung final spark, hindi tumama, ang dami nilang in-invest for Helios, and dahil doon, nakuha nila yung Baron for their side. Tinamaan pa ng light binding. Ito si Hyde! He falls down with a shutdown gold too, pero the Baron is in the hands of RRQ.
Yeah, 850 na ibigay, pero that's still 3 members na nagkaroon ng Baron buff para sa side ng RRQ. Although, you know, with all said and done, they would want actually Helios to have that Baron buff kasi mas effective siya side lane push. Pwede pa rin naman na ang mag-split dito is going to be Chaz. Chaz wants to seal this blue buff. Okay, wala naman.
So right now, hintayin na lang natin Elder Draco to lose kasi with RRQ looking at this in a way kasi may Baron naman sila, hindi naman nila ipapapush yung mid lane for sure. So that just leaves LSB with lesser options kung ano yung gagawin nila kasi may mid lane turret pa itong RRQ so hindi pa nila mape-penetrate much yung mapa nila. If ever i-try nila yon, ganito yung mangyayari sa kanila like what they're doing right now with Chaz and TYR. Try nila gawin yon pero still no kills happening right now.
TYR not needing to invest yung kanyang flash to get away from Chaz. Pero hindi na rin kasi talaga siya inamol ni Chaz eh. Kung nagpilit si Chaz doon, most likely, TYR would have to invest yung kanyang flash just to survive against the members of RRQ. But we're still a couple of minutes away from the Baron buff expiring. So pwede pang gamitin to ng RRQ to break open one or two inhibitor turrets na meron dito ang LSB. Let's look at this dash.
Ito na, Baron buff. Pwede nila kunin yung towers. Remember, wave clear options nila, very limited. So if ever nalalaban sila, they just need the Lux on guard duty every time. Pero kasi nag-open up yung bot lane nila. There you go, the cease and desist is there. Meron silang stasis to work with. There's a lot of shields from Helios. Moonfall has been cancelled pero nakapag-stasis pa siya para mabuhay. Pero yung likod dito na LSB, nawasak na. And that's gonna be it. 4 members are down, or rather 2 members are down. At least that's a 2-for-1. Possible pa sila na pwede lumaban pa dito. Ruthless Predator tumama sa creeps. So this is gonna be inhibitor turrets down on the side of LSP.
Mission accomplished para sa side ng RRQ. Although Helios did surrender his life off of a very good snipe ni Eugene doon on that final spark. It wasn't enough to stop them from taking 2 inhibitor turrets. And look at RRQ. They're now posturing to take down this Elder Dragon. May vision dito ang LSB though. So, hindi nila magagawa yung favorite lane nila which is the Death Brush. Alam nila Tasa eh.
Sila eh. Oo eh. Kaya, hindi sila. Pero si Exosen naka-ready rin naman on guard duty if ever na may papasok sa kanila. Kita nila yung vision. So, hindi talaga sila tutuloy dito. Remember, di rin naman nila kaya i-steal to. Pero remember, with the ward there, pwede sila mag-teleport. Kaya, they stopped.
Yeah, yung mga teleport lane na yan talaga eh, nakakalason talaga yan ng mga objective taking. And RQ wisely just backs away. Pwede naman talaga nilang gawin dito is to just send 1 member on the top lane. Pressure a triple inhibitor turret breakdown dun sa top lane while going for that Elder Dragon. Remember, Elder Dragon, medyo makapal naman yung buhay niyan eh. So, kung iiwan nila itong si Hyde or si Helios sa top lane, most likely, mababasag na yung pangatlong inhibitor turret bago pa ma-secure yung Elder Dragon. RQ though?
Okay, Helios, again, the target. Wala siyang stasis, so pwede siya pumasag agad dito. Wala na si Helios. Season disease has been used, so that's gonna be big for LSB. Pwede nila i-take yung Drake dito kasi wala yung biggest player dito ng RRQ.
Yeah, and the charm not connecting para dito kay Zcash. Pasok si Chaz!
Oh, what a play from Chaz! That Dragon's Rage was perfect and the kill pass the backside. He doesn't have any stasis pero meron siyang Guardian Angel. Look at the front to back from RRQ. Viper is just dealing so much damage onto the backline. Here, it's gonna fall. Meron pa silang GA. Pwede nilang iwan yan. We're waiting for him to actually just revive. He's gonna fall and RRQ is just gonna follow up with that. That turned things around. Chaz with a nice play.
Elder Dragon open for the taking para sa side ng RRQ. We did say that Elder Dragon wins games and this should just cement the inevitable para sa side ng RRQ. But Kira is still alive though. Pwede pa niyang maagaw to.
Yeah, hinahabol nila to. Look at this. Tasa is gonna go in, try to steal, pero wala siya nakuha. And he's gonna be next on the chopping block. Good thing! What? The Calling was able to get the kill against him.
Execute. Yeah, plus yung Elder Dragon execute. Kaya
Right.
kala mo 1 million damage yung
Lakas ng damage
binibito
ng
ng the Calling eh. No? Exactly. Pero the execute threshold did actually allow that to happen. At first glance, mabibigla ka talaga. But if you remember, you have the Elder Dragon. That actually is very much possible. Pero twice in a row nang ginagawa ni Helios yun, ha?
Oo nga eh. Umabog na naman si Helios kasi sa kanya talaga ini-invest yung season desist. Every time na makikita siya, together with the charm and the final spark, kaya sabog talaga si Helios every time.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic eh, no? Kasi kung titingnan mo yung scoreline dito ni Helios, 4-6-7. Not really the best performance out of the star player ng RRQ, at least in this game. Pero it really doesn't matter with how big of a lead na nakuha na dito ng RRQ. And also not to mention yung multiple objectives na nakuha din nila. Elder Dragon, Baron buff, already secured here by RRQ. So konti na lang, mamarcha na lang sila dito sa main Nexus eh, and they should be able to do it.
Oh, habol na naman sila sa likod with the final spark again. Great timing for them.
Sabog.
Viper falls down. This is gonna be good for LSB. They have a lot of members still. Nauubusan ata ng gas yung RRQ kasi 3v5. They're having a hard time. Hinahabol pa rin sila ni Hyde. They want to take down the top lane third kasi remember, they have the Baron, they have the Elder Drake. Kaya they're just pushing onto the top side.
And they are very decisive. I'm talking about LSB in pulling the trigger and getting that picks left and right for the side of LSP. Pero the question is it enough? I don't think so. Kasi ito na, palapit na ulit si Helios sa top side. Pwede niyan tulungan yung members ng RRQ dito para mabasag yung last standing inhibitor turret ng LSB.
They're buying themselves some time, pero would that be enough quickness? Season desist again. Walang final spark kasi look at that. Yung backline, si Helios naman yung pumasok and tinapos sila ni Kuya Hyde. And that's again 2-0 for RRQ against LSP.
Alright, and now, balik ang scoreline natin sa 2-1. 2 for Koreans
Yes, sir.
and